Hello everyone, my name's John as Panda and welcome to a special video about Call of Duty World War II. We are going to be talking about what we were told and what we already know about World War II. Taking some notes on the things that were said at E3 and the interviews and gameplay itself. Taking some notes of what I've seen, what I can predict and what I can think about. I'll basically just go through each of the topics they went through. They went through headquarters, they went through divisions, they went through the game mode War, which is, I'll go into more detail on that, the different maps they used, and of course just general game stuff really. So we'll just start off with what emphasising on headquarters, how it's just basically 48 people get around into one living space. That's what Michael Condrey called it. If you remember from Advanced Warfare, when you were into a pre-game lobby, you got to look at all the characters around you. So basically they took that and just developed on it, so they made it more social, so because they loved the fact of people socialising with each other. As of what you'll be able to do in the headquarters, I've got information. You'll be able to commend players, like you can challenge people to a 1v1 in a 1v1 pit they have. You can also challenge people to a shooting range, which they shown in the interview. I'll actually link this interview down below. It's like, what, 40 minutes long? They also said when you're matchmaking, so when you're like looking for a game, you'll be able to go back to the HQ and just wander about and all that. When you load up the game into multiplayer, it's basically your main menu for multiplayer. I think that's what they said, or what they were going off. There was actually a question and they said that, but I'm not sure just yet. I'm just going off speculation. And the last thing I'm going to say about the HQ is that it's based off the successful invasion of Normandy, as they thought it would be a good staging area for the headquarters. So good on them for that. Move on to the divisions, which is divisions. It replaces the creator class that we've known and became familiar with since Call of Duty 3. Was it Call of Duty 3 when you had creator class, or was it COD 4? I'm not quite sure. What you do is you enlist into a division, because they're trying to make it as much like World War II as possible. So they want you to enlist in a division, so you're acting out that soldier's role in World War II. So there's 5 divisions. There's the Airborne Division, which is like SMG close quarters with that. There's the Armoured Division, which is your LMG and explosive type. There's Mountain, which is your sniper. There's Expeditionary, which is your shotgun, which I'm not looking forward to. And there's your Infantry, which is your rifleman. You are able to still like change your classes in that, so you don't just pick a division and there's classes there for you. You can pick a division and you can change your classes as well. So there's not that element away, so you don't have to worry about that. The perks though, the perks that we've known to love since MW, there's the Juggernaut, Stopping Power, Flak Jacket, all that shit has been abolished. There's no perk whatsoever. Michael Condrey said it himself, perks are gone. As for the creator classing, you've got your SMGs, for example. You're able to put your attachments on it and your secondary, and I'm pretty sure when you're actually walking about with your SMG, you can actually detach your attachment. So you have a suppressor on it and you're able to take it off. There's also akimbo M1911s that you can have. You've seen that in the trailer as well. I'm not going to play any clips from the trailer or the interview just for copyright reasons. I'm going to actually just put some gameplay in the background. I'm not sure game what yet because I'm recording this first before I actually get the gameplay, so I'm not sure if I can't record World at War because my Elgato, I don't have a HDMI splitter, don't have the analog cable either, so I can't do any of that. I might just get someone to send me some footage and I'll credit them. As for character customization in these divisions, you will be able to customise your characters, and this obviously opens up the market for supply drops, and let's be honest, you can't moan at them for implementing them. It's going to happen sooner or later. They say it's going to be customizable only, and then they'll add in new weapons, and it's just going to happen. You're going to have to deal with it, and everyone else is going to have to. You are going to be able to play as women as well, which is, it's up to them. It's their game. People aren't happy about it. I don't get why. There were women in the war, just some people don't realise that. There's also multinational characters you can pick, so you can pick, I think that suggests that you can pick which country they're from. I do hope you can pick a Scottish person if that's the case, but I know I'm not going off act, that's what Michael Condrey said. He said multinational characters. As for more on the weapon side, you can bipod your weapon to any surface, so let's say your bar or your MG42 has a bipod, you can mount that on any surface you want. There's like a special ability for each division, I'm pretty sure. There's the flamethrower and the bayonet charge, but I'm not sure. The flamethrower looks like a specialist, and the bayonet charge just looks like only for riflemen. I don't know how they'll do that. I'm just going off speculation here. There's one thing though. There's one thing that they're coming back, and that's the dolphin dive. The dolphin dive is coming back. There's not going to be a slide. They said dolphin diving would fit a boots on the ground game way better than sliding ever would. and I am with them on that one. Well done to them for that. As for score streaks in the game, as far as I know, their paratroopers are a score streak. So in the trailer, when you've seen the paratroopers coming down, that is a score streak. It's not other players that are human. I think they're AI controlled score streaks. So it'll be like, what's it? You remember the GI unit from Black Ops 3, even though it's overpowered as fuck. Maybe it won't be as powerful as that. Maybe it'll just be like regular bots just walking around. I don't know. The recon plane, the care package that comes in from a plane, aerial airstrike, which is like it's called the fighter strike. The fighter strike, it's like the strafing, it's like the Warthog from Black Ops 2, or the strafing run from MW3, I think it was. It was the helicopters in MW3. I didn't play MW3, but I'm just going off what I'm reading. This is the first time I've ever done a video like this, and I hope you all enjoy it. And it is a pretty long video. So now, as for the maps, there were, I think there was 3 maps or 4 maps that were shown on the trailer and on E3. There was Point du Hoc, which is a real life event that was it Normandy? The beach lands in Normandy. You can look it up on Wikipedia or on Google and it comes up. It's a real place. You're playing in there, as well as Battle of the Bulge, or in this case it's called Ardennes, I think that's how you pronounce it. There's the USS Texas, which is a US battleship that you've seen the strafing run on the trailer. I'm looking forward to that. And there's also Gibraltar, which is also a map that's going to be coming out. All the maps are made to encourage division playstyle. So for each division you play, there's going to be a point on that map where that suits it. As usual, there's going to be always small, medium and large size maps. Let's hope they don't go too big. As for War, the most anticipated game mode, I'd say, for this game is War, which is a 6v6 objective based game mode, which is a bit like the Operations game mode from Battlefield 1, if any of you have played that. So you go into, it's like they're based on real life events and you're trying to reconstruct what the Allies versus Axis did in this game mode. The maps are specifically built for this mode, so you won't find any maps in the multiplayer that are from this map. Maybe there'll be segments from the map that are made into smaller. I don't know how they'll do it, but it's 6v6, and if you've seen Operations on Battlefield 1, that's 32 versus 32 or 64 v 64. It's pretty small considering what they're doing for this, so they have to, I don't know how they'll do it for it. Maybe they'll put it into smaller choke points into the place where they've mapped out to be, but I really hope they do it right. Some other just small, I'm just going to call this segment the small note side, where I just rattle off some facts or whatever you want about the game that don't really fit into each one. So during the interview, boots on ground was heavily emphasised, so it's really doubtful that you'll be able to jetpack. I don't see any jetpacks happening. For all you idiots that think, oh, it's just a fucking... No! There's no jetpacks! This is boots on ground! Nothing, right? Lots of people are going to be moaning about, I don't know why they're going to be moaning about it, but the Nazi symbols that are used because it's a World War II specific game. This is really a tough subject for the developers for putting it into multiplayer and zombies. So what they said in the interview was they decided not to go with the Nazi symbolism, so like the swastika and all that shit, and multiplayer and zombies because of the restrictions in countries, and they want the whole community to be global. They want the community to come together and play this game. In the campaign, however, you will see Nazi symbolism as its true events. It will all be in the campaign, like in World at War. You will be able to see it. Actually, in World at War, you were in multiplayer as well, which is really weird. It's up to them how they do it. Gore is back, so you'll be able to blow people's legs off with shotguns and bouncing betties and grenades. You'll be able to burn people to death with the flamethrower, all that graphic shit. That's what you love in Call of Duty. Hopefully this time it'll be an 18, which it will be an 18 because World at War was a 15 and you got to blow people's legs. The thing when I was younger, which really annoyed me, was when World at War was PEGI 15 and MW2 was PEGI 18. I said in my little, what age was I in? 2009? What was that? 10? 9, 10? When I was playing this? I was like, they've only made that an 18 because of that one mission where you go around in an airport destroying civilians. And I mean, I'm still with that point today. But yeah, there's nothing like in World War II when you're at the fountain and the Nazi comes up and just shoots you all dead. So, I mean, what's the difference, right? These guys are Nazis. They're just... Some of the game modes that are coming back would be Hardpoint, which I do not like. I hate Hardpoint. I absolutely despise that game mode. TDM and Domination, fan favourites. I would like to see, hopefully Search and Destroy will be back. I know it will be. The mini-map is now round instead of square, which World at War there was rounded like a compass minimap. I think it was in for a World War II game, rounded minimap instead of a square one. The bayonet charge can be used to run faster like in Battlefield 1. And back to the map, the call out that you can see on the map is actually next to your minimap. So I'll show you a screenshot here. It's like, it says, for example, church is next to the map. That's where you're standing. You see it in games like CSGO underneath the radar where you're standing and all that. Now, I've made this video extremely long. I've actually been recording this for 17 minutes. I need to get this up for tomorrow at about 6. No, not 6. I'll upload this at 10. So it gives me plenty of time for everyone to get home from school. Yeah, so it gives them time to come home from school. This video will be up on Wednesday the 14th. I hope you managed to understand everything I said. I know I was speaking quite fast. I need to get this over and done with before my brothers come home from school. Because as you know, right, hope you all enjoyed watching and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!